Hare Krishna people, I'm teacher Cabral from First Idiomas and this is First News. Today we have a special edition. We're going to have a First News debate. I'm here with all my friends. It's a Saturday morning and we are studying English. We're trying. Okay, so starting from my right, I have my friend Juliano, mechatronic engineer. Then we have Ana Paula, our Caminho Suave student. She's an accountant. I have next to me my man Augusto, brother of my dear friend Sibeli. Do you know his sister? You don't know his sister? I know his sister. Good person, see? Hi to you. Next to me I have my fashion student, Muay Thai, fashion designer, nail designer. Next one is Anderson, accountant. Perfect. Something like that. And in the end of the line we have Jeová. You know, the Jeová, I always call him on the video. This is Jeová, web designer and IT person.
What about my profession? We just talk about my sister.
Oh yes. His sister is a physiotherapist. Your profession, okay. He's a mechatronic engineer student. Okay. So I called my friends today because I want to know their opinions, and of course we want to know your opinion as well, so write a comment later and let us know what you think. We're going to talk about what is happening in our government giving permission for foreigner doctors to come to Brazil and work, especially with poor people in poor places and poor neighborhoods, and once again the poor people is fucked. And not just doctors. Our minister, Patriota is his name. He doesn't sound very patriota to me. He's negotiating with Spain and Portugal to open the working visa, and we talked about that 2 or 3 episodes ago. So the idea is, the government says that we don't have enough doctors to work for SUS, our fantastic health system, and because of that the government's gonna hire people from other countries, especially Cuba. There are 6,000 doctors coming from Cuba to work in Brazil, and also Spain and Portugal. So if you don't need SUS, lucky you. If you have a health insurance, congratulations, but if you don't, you're fucked. Once again, poor people getting fucked by the government. So let's start with my man Juliano.
Okay.
Tell us how you feel about that.
I believe that is easier to open the rules to come the people from the other countries, and this is not the real things that you need to do, because we need to improve the education and not just open the rules to get people from the other countries. And how much they receive to work here. Why we don't pay a good salary for the doctors here, and you will invite some Cuban doctors to come. So I believe that this is not the better way.
You said something good about education. So the next step, maybe the government, because we don't have teachers and everybody knows that public schools are a piece of trash and public education is terrible condition. So what they're gonna do is start bringing teachers. The next step.
Probably, yes. It's easier than you put money to educate people. I believe this is my point of view.
Okay. Jeová. What God has to say about that?
Well, I guess have the good points and not so good points. Because the good point I see in the technology area, because I'm on technology area, and it's good because in other countries have more technology there than here, because we live in bedrock.
Yeah, you're right. Stone Age. Stone Age.
Or less.
The Dark Age.
Yeah. And professionals in their area, so good here in Brazil and wherever. But I guess it's much better bring the students are here, Brazilian students, and send to another country to improve their areas and come back and implement what their students see in another country. And I guess in the medicine point, it's not so good because doctors need to understand what I have.
Mm-hmm.
If
you don't say the same language.
Yes.
Exactly, man. You go, the guy speaks Spanish, and you say, I have a stomach ache. ¿Qué tienes? ¿Qué pasa, chico? ¿Qué pasa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess in the medicine point, I guess it's not so a good idea.
Okay. What Caminho Suave has to talk about that? What's your opinion?
Well, I disagree with this totally because I think our government need to provide conditions to our doctors to work in our country. And if they don't want to work in our country because something is wrong, so why not to improve the salaries? Why not to improve the knowledge, the graduation of these people? Then bring the other people that don't know nothing about our country, our culture, and our language. So I think I disagree with this. And relating other professionals, they will be our competitors. So I think this is not good for us, for our professions. So I don't want these people in my country to compete with me.
Okay.
I think they need to give us the opportunity to grow and to grow the country, not for other people to grow our country.
Okay, thanks a lot, Caminho Suave, for your opinion. And Muay Thai.
I agree.
You agree with them?
Yes, because in the medicine, it's worth improving the people here, the education, the salary, and making more opportunities with the people living in our country, not the other persons in the other country who not understand anything you want, you need. And maybe the others professions, I don't know, because in the other countries something is more
Advanced?
Yes. In here, no. In my professional is, I don't know, it's different because nail designing is new in the America. So.
Okay, but let's say, for example, this talking about your profession, the nail designing, which is a new tendency here in Brazil.
Yes.
So you can be the first one to get clients in it too and start selling. Let's say that in the next 2 years, I don't know, a French girl comes here and with all the status and start stealing your clients because
it's French, so
yes, and stuff like that.
Unique style.
Yeah?
Have a unique style.
Yeah.
Yes. So in Brazil, everyone likes to international things.
Yes.
Everything. So
That's why I'm so popular.
I'm sorry.
Sibeli's brother, what do you think about that?
My name is
Augusto.
So I think that first we need to analyze. We don't have people enough, or we don't have good salaries for this this profession. So if the problem is the quantity of people, okay, I agree with that idea of the government to bring some people from other countries. But if the problem that we have is money, so we need to review how valuable is this work, this job, and then pay what they deserve. So I think this.
Okay.
But they said that is qualified people that doesn't have.
Yeah.
If you don't have a qualified people, you have a problem with the structure of education here in the country.
Yeah, this is another point we talked about in the first debate when we talk about the immigrants coming, because the main excuse of the government is the qualified workforce. We don't have it in Brazil.
They are saying that they are not good enough to make our education good.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like
Just
we don't.
You don't have conditions to
Like
prepare
we don't do
our own
shit.
doctors.
We don't do shit for the country, so we don't have professionals, and then let's start importing like
But
everything.
to the government is easily pay international people and persons, things that if it improve
Here.
here.
Anderson, you work in a multinational.
Yes.
What do you think about that? If you need to compete with a manager from Japan, or if you go to the doctor and the guy is from Colombia and speaks poor Portuguese. I was going to say poor English. It's no difference. Whatever.
In any situation, I try to think in the positive side and negative side, but in this situation, to think in positive side is difficult for me. I don't see any way that this can turn positive, just negative. Man, imagine that. One thing is Brazilian received the doctors, some professionals in some areas to work here in Brazil. Imagine the satisfaction that the country have. We send people to the poor country. Oh, the poor country. So,
Let's donate a t-shirt to the homeless people.
That's the idea. I work at multinational, and let's think the opposite. Brazil send people, for example, to United States to work, some doctors. If the doctor go to United States, imagine the satisfaction that Brazil have that, we have the qualified, we have the qualified, we have the education enough to send people to another country to work there, and of course another country is gonna think, what's this shit Brazilian guy is doing here? Doesn't have enough people to work here, doesn't have some professional skills. What's the problem? The problem is the government don't pay the good salary, or the problem is the person doesn't have some interesting. The person just gonna have a business. I have my own business. I don't give a shit for a doctor, and the people forget this kind of thing. So my point of view is that I just think the negative side is for me, it's a wrong mistake, but for solve this problem, let's think that unfortunately can help. Something can help because we have nothing. So the guy don't speak Portuguese, but he's gonna try to help. So we need it.
But you said something good, because when a Brazilian professional go to another country, especially in medicine, you are not considered a doctor in the United States because they don't recognize your diploma, and you have to make a test. And according to what I read on the internet, the Minister of Health, he said that these foreigners, they won't need to make this test to certify that they know what they are doing.
They are able to do it.
Yeah, they are able, exactly, they are able to do it. So for me, it doesn't make any sense, because if you study medicine in Brazil and you want to work, you need to make this exam to prove that you learn and then you are prepared to work. And if you come from Cuba, no. So, I mean,
imagine the desperation of Brazil, the desperation, yelling for help, to north or some poor cities.
And this is another thing, because I also saw on the internet that there is a place somewhere in the northeast of Brazil that for 3 years they haven't had a kid doctor for 3 years, and the salary is 30,000 reais per month. And then you think, we don't have any doctor interested in 30,000 reais per month. I mean, I would be interested. But then, think again, and what is the condition that this guy will work? I mean, what condition is the hospital that he is supposed to work in? There is no structure, so of course I don't want to go there. I mean, you all are professionals, and you know, if you have a big company and you have a small company with no conditions for you to do your job well, what do you prefer? You know, you prefer to work somewhere with a better structure. So for me, it's confusing.
Yeah.
The idea is confusing.
But the point that he told is another important part. We have a good and qualified professionals working abroad in another countries. And why they are there? Because here, no one wants to pay the salary. We don't have the safety places to live. So it's better to live abroad, Brazil, than you live here.
Yes.
So again, the problem is what the government are doing here. And
What they are not doing. What they are not doing. That's the fact. Yeah, but this is, I mean, we could stay here all day long talking about that, especially because I'm surrounded by intelligent people. So let us know your opinion, write your comments and send emails. And I don't know, we have to start thinking about the future of this country. I don't have kids, I don't plan on having kids, so if you have kids or if you plan to have 4 kids, you gotta think about the future of our country, okay? Let us know your opinion. Take care. This is Teacher Cabral. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get the newest videos, and if you liked, click down here and help us spread the news. Thank you guys.